Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the forum. This is episode 54. I am coming to you from beautiful downtown Salt Lake City, and the reason why is because today convention tickets went on sale. So I want to talk to all of you guys, all of you amazing wellness advocates who aren't sure whether you are coming to convention or not. And if you are one of those dedicated wellness advocates who already knows that you're going to be there, then this is the video to share with your team. So I remember when I started doTERRA 6 years ago, last month actually, and oh, hey Jen, good to see you. Jen. I started doTERRA exactly 6 years ago, and the first time that we had an opportunity to go to convention, we did. I remember very clearly hearing from a couple of doTERRA leaders in the local Utah area. They said, convention is where leaders are born. Convention is where the business unfolds. It's where your vision actually comes together for the business. And so I know some of you guys have probably some really good reasons to be unsure about convention. And I want to talk you through some of these things because I'm going to just be really upfront with you and offend some of you guys, and some of you who take me seriously will be really thankful later on. You need to drop all bullshit excuses, even the ones that you think are really good, and you need to get your little hiney to convention. All right? If you are building a doTERRA business, it is a place you must go to. Not going to convention would be like wanting to be a dentist and saying, oh, but I'm not going to attend my tests at the end of every semester. Okay, well then, good luck being a dentist, right? That's just how it works, you guys. Convention is part of our business. Now, I'm going to, in this Facebook Live, I want to, first of all, give you guys an opportunity to type some of your concerns in the comments, and I'll be nice. I promise I'll be nice in this video. But I want to give you an opportunity to type some of the things that you think might be getting in your way or in your team members' way. And I'll share with you some of the ways that we've helped people on our team overcome those challenges. So whether it's kids or a job or finances or not knowing where to stay or not understanding the value of convention, go ahead and type in the comments below what you think some obstacles might be that you'd like some help solving, okay? While I'm waiting for your comments, let me tell you why you want to go to convention. By the way, this is the Salt Lake City Hall. Is that not so beautiful? If you guys haven't been to Salt Lake City before, you are in for a treat. So I'm just gonna plant myself here on this little park bench and start with the value of convention. And you guys, if you want to tell me in the comments what you love about convention too, I'd love to hear from you. Convention is where you see the big vision of doTERRA. It's not where you get detailed business training, all right? That's why people come to things like my 7 Steps to Residual Income course, or where you go to like your team trainings in your local areas, okay? Convention is where you've got 30 to 40,000 wellness advocates all in one little area, all smelling really good, and you see what the heart of doTERRA truly is. The talks are amazing. You get to hear from co-impact sourcing people. You get to see what our oil sourcing projects actually do to families in small areas and small agricultural communities all over the world. You get to see where doTERRA goes in and helps places that are devastated by natural disasters help them piece their lives back together. Basically, everybody cries at least once at every convention because it's so moving to see what you're actually a part of. You know, you're watching this Facebook Live because you know that you love essential oils. You know you love doTERRA essential oils. If you haven't been to convention, I think it's safe to speculate that you don't truly understand what's at the heart of your business. All right, you've probably seen how this oil helps with this health element and how this helps with arthritis, and this, helped this person sleep better so that it improved their quality of life. But you haven't seen what's truly at the heart of the business and what you're actually capable of, because you are building this business too. So I want to see you there. Now, all right, let's start with some of these issues. Okay, kids is one of the big ones. So I'm going to tell you right now, everybody who's at almost everybody at convention has kids, and because of doTERRA's target market, which is most people in doTERRA are like 35 to 45 women, that's the age where most women have children at home still. So every year there's over 30,000 people who trek to Salt Lake City and find something to do with their kids. And it might not be easy. And you're probably sitting there thinking, okay, well, what the hell does this guy, why is he talking to us? He doesn't have kids yet. I don't have kids yet. And I still see all these thousands and thousands of women who figure out a way to be here in Salt Lake. So whether it is asking your spouse's parents to watch the kids for half the time and your parents to watch the kids for half the time, whether it's doing a trade with a neighbor, maybe you say, hey, you watch my kids while I'm at convention and I'll watch your kids while you and your husband go on a trip sometime this year, something like that. Sometimes you just gotta be creative, but I promise you this, if you wanna find a way to be here, you'll find a way to be here. This is just how it works. That's like the number one rule of entrepreneurship. If you really want it, you'll figure it out. All right. And that sounds so mean to some of you guys that probably have special circumstances. Like maybe you have a child who has a specific health challenge where it's not just get a babysitter. But I promise you though, that if you're truly dedicated to this dream and you put your focus on where you want to go, the universe conspires to be on your side. It's always conspiring to be on your side. So you might need to get creative with the kids, all right? You might need to volunteer to do a trade. You might need to volunteer to have an in-law come in from out of town for the 3 or 4 days, all right? It will be worth it, all right? And if you have a newborn, then bring your newborn, because people do that all the time. All right, they've got rooms for moms with little kids. Okay, in fact, my little sister came to 2 conventions with babies, and she just made it work, all right? In fact, we took her newborn, her 6-month-old, to leadership once, and we all our whole team, we just took turns caring for the baby. All right, so let's talk about this, money. Money's a really good one, all right? So you've got some costs here. If you don't live in Utah or within driving distance of Utah, you've got the cost of the flight. That's a really fair concern because the flight could be anywhere between $200 to $600. And if you're international, then maybe it's over $1,000, all right? The other expenses are the cost of the ticket, which is I think $169. And then you've got food here. You've got Ubers to Uber around Salt Lake City. If you don't want to take our cool train that we have that runs, you can actually just ride the Trax train throughout the city and it takes you everywhere. And it's like, it's so cheap. And then you've also got hotel and accommodations, which can be, depending on what kind of a deal you snag, it can be a few $100s or more. So the total cost of convention can be anywhere. If you're driving and you're keeping your food budget down, you could probably get away with $500, all right? And if you are coming from out of state and your travel costs are higher and you need you get a hotel that's not the cheapest one, it could be $1,000 to $1,500. So what do you do about the money? How can I put this with sensitivity to people who have money sensitivities, while also being very plain with you? You guys, you are running a business. Do your business, make money, and invest in the right parts of your business, all right? When I started my doTERRA business, sorry, the sun is coming over the top of the thing and kind of getting bright in my face. When I started my doTERRA business, I was $60,000 in debt, consumer debt, on credit cards, because I was stupid. And I didn't learn money skills from my family because my dad made lots of money, but he lived on the other side of the country because we had a split family, and he didn't teach me about money. And on my mom's side of the family, I didn't learn any money skills except for how to spend. All right. So I started doTERRA with no money, and I had to put my Natural Solutions kit on my credit card. Not responsible, but I said I will not carry risk. I will do this business and I will make the money back before I even have to pay that credit card bill. And guess what I did? I shared essential oils. I brought people to classes. I enrolled them. And in my first 2.5 weeks, I hit elite rank and I made $600 in Fast Start bonuses. How much is a Natural Solutions kit? $550 plus tax. So I paid for my start of my business with cash in the first 2.5 weeks of starting my business. And that's what it takes to make the finances work for convention. You guys, you have a level playing field here. You've got the essential oils, you've got the resources, you've got the know-how, you've got the entire company behind your back doing health and wellness summits and healthy habits summits and monthly webinars and all these tools and resources. And you've got an upline. And if your upline's not doing the business, then someone in their upline's doing the business. People are here to help you. You have no excuses to not be making money in this business, except for the shitty ones that you need to let go of anyway. All right, I love you enough to tell you this just point blank, exactly as it is. If you're not coming to convention because of finances, we have April, May, June, July, August, and the first half of September. You've got almost 6 months to make some money to pay for your convention. All right? So it's time to not have money be your stupid excuse anymore, because you have a business. And what do businesses do? Well, good businesses generate cash, and then smart business owners use that cash to grow their business. And one of the best ways you can grow your business is attending convention. All right? So there you go. That's my soapbox about money. Any questions about money, or did we solve that one? Again, if you missed it, you share essential oils, you teach people about the oils, and you enroll them, and you use the money for that to pay to be at convention, and you have no actual excuses for money because there's 5.5 months. All right? And you guys, I don't care if you've got lots of credit card bills to pay off, if you've got medical expenses to pay off. I had $60,000 in credit card debt when I started doTERRA, which is all paid off now, by the way, thanks to a really good business that I'm in. Go figure. And I still made it to my first convention, and I also made it to every retreat doTERRA ever did. So, all right, let's see here. Kristen says, 10,000% kids. I have four, ages 9, 7, 3, and a 2-month-old. And trusting my dad, he's 75, to take care of all 4 of them. It makes me crazy nervous. And Kristen, I totally get that. So you're probably going to need to be creative. Go find people at your church or other moms that you're friends with at the school, and just be open and say, hey, I'm building a business, and I know this is crazy, but I'm looking for someone that could help me out with my kids for a few days because I need to be at this event. Do you think that we could do a trade or something, creative like that? Okay, Alina says, these are some of the things that I've heard over the past years. Birthdays, you guys, if somebody does not come to convention because there's a birthday, I will fucking kill somebody. I will lose my shit. Okay, I've heard that too, actually. I've heard people say, oh yeah, I can't invest in my business because we have a birthday. The birthday's on a Tuesday, and we can't do a class on Saturday because there's a birthday on a Tuesday. If you are building a business, then build a business. If you are looking for excuses, stop building a business. Enjoy the essential oils because they are wonderful, but stop telling people you're building a business. If birthday is ever an excuse in your business, you're not building a business. Just to be clear, all right? I don't do things on my birthday for my business or my spouse's birthday, all right? But that will never be a valid excuse to not do a crucial step to building your business, all right? Okay, special events like an anniversary or thumbs up to that one. I'm probably offending a lot of you guys. But we've just got to be plain about this, right? Special events, graduations, things like that. No one's graduating in September, so that's not one, all right? If you're really here to do this the right way, you've got to make it work. It's just how it works. Kids, work, not enough money, don't like big crowds. Yeah, if you don't like big crowds, then you're going to put on some balance oil. You're going to set aside 20 minutes every morning and meditate. And if you need to set aside some time during the lunch breaks to step out of the crowds and go walk through a park and get some fresh air, then do that, all right? But yeah, I get the not big crowds. You guys, I don't like big crowds. I actually get a little bit angsty when I have to meet a million new people. In every doTERRA event, I get to meet a million new people. I put on lots of steady blend, lots of balance. I make sure that I step out and walk through the park, enjoy some sunshine, give myself some morning meditation every day of convention. So I get it, all right? But you can solve that one. Work is probably the only legitimate concern I've ever heard. All right, because money's not one. Kids, I mean, that can get a little bit tricky. You might have to get creative, but I get that one. People solve that one. Work though, like someone told me once, I'm the principal of my school. September is the first 2 weeks of school. I can't leave my school for that. That was one of the only valid excuses I've ever heard to not attend convention. All right, if you need to talk to your boss this week and say, hey, I've got a special event. It is so important for me to be there. Is there any way you'll work with me and get creative? What value can I bring to the company in order to be able to have that time off? All right, we've got 5.5 months to plan. I'm willing to do special things, work overtime in advance, get ahead on my projects. I'm willing to train other people so that they can help manage my task load, whatever it takes. All right. So, or here's another idea, you guys. Just work your little hiney off, rank advance to gold, and then quit your job before convention. So That's the dream, right? Okay, let's see. Kristen says, I did get my 2 ticks this year for my hubs. I will be there, massively oiling up with anti-anxiety oils. I love it. I'm so happy for you. Super proud. Okay, yeah, and Kristen, I see you're adding up the money there. It can get upwards of $1,000 or more. So yeah, you gotta make sure you've got the finances. Jen says, sleep in a rental car. I've done that to build my doTERRA business multiple times, you guys. When I started doTERRA and I did my first Diamond Club, I couldn't afford hotels, so I slept in my rental car sometimes. So sad, right? and then you make friends and you stay on people's couches in local areas too. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, it's early enough right now that if you plan in advance, you can get cheap flights. Like Kristen Clark is saying, Kansas City to Utah is $131 each way on Southwest. Hello, cheap, yeah? Or Allegiant Air. It's like riding on a city bus. It's not a luxury plane, but it's cheap and it will get you here from a lot of cities. Emmy says, my sister rents rooms in Spanish Fork. She could also shuttle people back and forth. PM me for info. Emmy, I love that. Thank you so much. That's amazing. And you guys, it sometimes can save if downtown hotels are too expensive, then get an out-of-area hotel, get a rental car for cheap, and then just drive, maybe you've got a 20-minute commute for a convention. But if that's what it takes to get you here, totally worth it. Kristen says, I save all year for this. I love that. Thank you for being willing to acknowledge that you make some sacrifices to be here. Jared Bodie says, and I write it off. It's a write-off for your taxes. The whole thing. Every single bite you eat at convention, the transportation, it's all, even the convention ticket is a tax write-off. Vanessa says, stop getting in your own way. Kristen says, I legit just laughed at someone when they said they had no time to host a class. Yeah, because they're, you make when it's a priority, you make it work. Tiara says, I love you, keeping it real. Because I swear and don't sugarcoat things. All right, that is why you should be at convention. You guys, convention is crucial. If you're actually building a business, if you're a sharer pretending to be a business builder, I'm gonna give you some permission, some beautiful permission here. You might want to consider letting yourself off the hook, because there's a lot of sharers who pose as builders, and then the emotional pressure damages your relationship with doTERRA. And we doTERRA leaders, we want every person to have a healthy relationship with doTERRA. Customers, own your role as a customer. Love using oils with your family. Sharers, own your role as a sharer. Sharers aren't committed to the business. Sharers share oils when it's convenient. They host a class if it's convenient, when it's convenient. It's just out of convenience because they love sharing what they love. All right? And if you're a sharer posing as a builder, you might be pretty intimidated by watching this Facebook Live, all right? You might consider letting yourself off the hook and evaluating what your role is. And maybe building a business down the road will be for you, and right now it's just not the right time, and that's okay. If you are building a doTERRA business, you get your little ass to convention, and you will find me, and we will give each other hugs, and I will say, and you will tell me what sacrifices you made, you will tell me what work you did, what creative solutions you pulled off to be at convention, and I will high-five you for it, and I will love you for it, and 5 years down the road, you will love yourself for making it happen. Because when you see what we see at convention, when you see what you're truly a part of, I promise you, if you have not been to convention, you don't know yet. And you've got to be there. So whether it's kids, work, money, big crowds, someone's birthday, whatever it is, I invite you to set your sights on what you truly want. Take your sights off the obstacles, take your sights off the excuses, and do what law of attraction coaches, what we all say. Put your focus where you want to go. You want progress. You want cash positive business. You want lives changed. You want influence. You want impact. You want teamwork. All right? Put your focus there. Do what you need to do for the next 5.5 months. And I'll see you at convention. And the theme's cool too, together. So let's be there together, shall we? All right. Share this with your teams. Apologize in advance for me offending people before you share it, and then share it because people need to hear this stuff, right? Let's see. Linda says, my husband laid down the law and said no convention if I'm not making profit this year. Cool. I love that law, Linda. So you're building a business. Let's make it profitable. All right. If you don't know what to do to build your business, you guys, do my 7 steps course. I will show you how to be profitable within your first week of being in the course. It happens in just about every case of people being in that. So there's a good money solution for you. All right, sounds so good. Thank you for joining me on this Facebook Live. Feel free to share, tag your team members, and I'll look forward to seeing all of you guys at doTERRA Convention. I'll even post a link to buy your tickets in the description of this video. How about that? All right, much love. Bye, guys.